Welcome back, everybody. This is episode 2 of To Live and Bike in LA, and I'm back with a whole new crew this time. First off, we have a guest. I want to welcome, oh yeah, the camera's up there. I gotta get used to talking. That's easy because I can talk to you and the camera. Your camera's over here. This is Nikki Bon, everybody.
Hey.
Comedian, fellow LA bicyclist. And yeah, here to join us. And then we have a new producer today. We have Mike instead of Nolan. Last week, me and Nolan got into a few things, but it was okay. He's not a bike-friendly person. Nolan is. Yeah, he is at best bike medium.
The people that go, I hate bikers. Like, I hate drivers. I'm both of you. I get both sides.
Here's the thing, though. One of you has all the power and no reason to hate the other person.
Yes, however, when bikes go in front of your car in the lane and you're in the left lane, like, fuck off, you know?
True, except, I mean, still, yes, they are being an asshole, but remember, they are no threat to you. They are annoying, but they are no threat to you.
Yeah.
Where, but that's why those are also stupid people. This is
annoying.
Okay. We'll get into the how we bike because I have very specific bike rules that I do biking. But what I want to know from you is one, what went wrong in your life to lead you to biking? Because that's what we discussed last week about anybody who bikes. Not everything went right. Is that true?
No, I don't think so. I think that I just am like trying to stick with my culture of like Toronto. Like I'm from Toronto. It's a bike-friendly
city. Oh, that's what went wrong. You're Canadian.
Yeah.
I forgot. Yeah.
But I did. Yeah. I got used to what went wrong is I couldn't afford a car when I got out of college. That's what went wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Yeah. So it's budget. It's not necessarily a bad thing.
No.
But I don't think anybody specifically goes like I'm 34. When I'm 34, my main thing is going to be biking around.
I guess not. That's true. But I do have a car and I choose to bike more when I can because in Toronto, the subway system sucks. Everybody bikes even through the winter. I lied. People don't do that. Some people do. I did when I lived in New York. I biked in the winter. I put snow pants on.
Yeah, I biked in the winter in Boston.
Yeah, and so I got used to it, and it makes me sad when I moved here that you can't bike. And I was like, fuck it, I'm going to bike.
You can, but it's a fucking battle. It is. For no reason. This should be one of the most bikeable cities.
Yeah, the whole
ridiculous.
Like no bike lane thing.
Anywhere, and like the fact that from Hollywood to Santa Monica is pretty much flat, and you can't easily get around from like Echo Park to West Hollywood. There should be, if there's one fucking bike lane that just went straight from all that whole way.
It's true.
It would be so much easier for us to ship the homeless that way and just put them in their shopping carts and push them over. And I think that's why they don't do it, but they should have it.
Yeah, just kill the homeless.
Not kill them, but spread them out. You know what I mean? Like I really feel like they're getting condensed into certain areas.
That is very true because I will say when I'm on my bike,
you see it more, right?
You see it more, and then you're stuck at a light
with
all the homeless people, and then I like make weird sounds now. Like I start to growl.
Can we hear some of the sounds?
The other day a guy was like meow, and I went. And I just did it. Yeah. And I didn't even like think twice. I just kept doing it. Like I felt like I was an animal and get the fuck away from me.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to be, I wasn't even scared. I was like I just turned into a mutant.
Yeah. My wife, she always like, sometimes she'll say like how I dress or something. She's like, you look like a crazy person. I'm like, good. That's what I want. Yeah. I don't want anybody to be like, that's a normal person I can rob or
because people can catch up to you. Yeah, that I had a scare the other day where I was like, oh my God, this guy it was 1 a.m. and I was like on the street by myself.
So you're biking late. You go late?
Yeah, I go late because I'll bike to work.
Yeah.
And sometimes I get off late. But the other day, like I biked to Los Feliz and then I biked back late.
Yeah.
Yeah. 'Cause
I
that's
do that.
Nice.
I mean, I live in Silver Lake, but I'll bike to the Comedy Store and go back.
Right.
At like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning.
Because when you got Fountain to yourself, it's a beauty ride.
It is. I go pretty much sidewalk, though. I go sidewalk on Sunset because there's nobody on the sidewalk, and that way just cars go too fast at that time of night.
Yeah,
that I don't want to fuck with like somebody coming around a bend and just clipping you.
Point. Yeah, that I definitely should be careful, but sometimes I just fly.
Yeah. I will down when I'm going down streets, like go down Fairfax late at night or something, and I'll fly down the middle because I know I can go just as fast as the cars and stuff.
Right. But they have a lane.
They do have a good lane on Fairfax, yeah.
And where I live I would live in West Hollywood. Right, my street is where the bike lane starts to go to Santa Monica.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And it goes all the way?
All the way. My boyfriend does it all the time.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I'm like, you should be talking to him instead.
Yeah.
Really. He's a big biker.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, so you got your coexisting bike family.
Yeah. He's
nice.
like, weird you called us a family. Ew. But.
Oh, okay. What do they call that? Domestic partnership.
But he bikes way more than me because he bikes West Hollywood, Highland Park, all of that because he doesn't have a car. So he really does.
So what went wrong with him?
He doesn't have a fucking car. He's a lazy piece of shit, and he wants to use mine. And I'm like, give me money.
Oh, nice. You make him pay. Nice.
Yeah, I make him pay something a year, but then I'm like, come on.
Yeah.
So I make him suffer, and then he's like, I'm fine. I'll bike everywhere, and then I lose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You lose guilt-wise?
Yeah, like I don't think he can do it. I don't think he can handle it.
And then
he's doing it.
He bikes out of spite?
Yeah, and he's just, and then I'm like, oh, fuck. I'd rather your money. I could use the help, actually. It was a whole manipulative game, and I lost.
You can't ask for help, and so instead you try and make people feel bad about themselves.
Yeah.
I get it. That's a good move.
Don't bike there. You're going to be so sweaty.
Yeah.
You know?
I bring extra shirts sometimes, especially like August going to potluck. When it's still like 3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and it's 97 degrees out, I go wear one shirt and then throw another shirt in the bag and pop it on when we get there.
Wait, I have a question though. You're saying something went wrong.
Yeah.
Do people normally have a reason why they bike?
I think there's a fair majority of you got to figure like 20% are OUIs. You know what I mean? Like those are bikers. That's 20% of all bikers right there.
Sense, yeah.
Another 20 to 30% can't afford a car. Why can't you afford a car? Something happened there. So that leaves, I'm not good at math, but like 40, 50%. Where are we at? We got numbers check. Yeah, he's on it. That for some choice, other reason, and I think some of those are compromises, like where I'm gonna ride a bike and not have a car because trying to get, like, for me it's because I'm a comic. I can't I work such little hours to be able to devote to doing comedy that I can't quite afford a car right now. I've had cars in the past, and when I went deep into comedy, I was like, I got to give this up because I can do it without it.
Damn.
And especially moving to cities too. When I first moved to Boston, I was like, I'm gonna fuck it up. I'm gonna fuck up a car. In that, I'm gonna get tickets. It's gonna get towed. I just know I'm bad at that shit. I used to fuck it up in Portland, Maine, and if you fuck it up there, you're gonna fuck it up in like LA.
Oh my god, you don't deserve a car. Does your wife have a car?
No, but she does some ride share shit. Like we'll use Uber and Lyft when we need to, and then she has like Blue LA, which is this electric car ride share, and there's one down the street from us. You just go tap it with a card and turn it on and take the car if you want. So far, I think we're spending less than we would if we were paying for a car, even with taking like Ubers and Lyfts.
Okay.
If you factor in the whole year, and she would be terrible too. She would get tickets all the time too. So because we had a car in Boston, we shared a car and towed probably 3 times.
Whoa.
Or something.
Yeah, you guys are.
Yeah, no, we're not good. We need our own driveway. And if we're parking on the street, we're gonna fuck it up.
Oh, got you. Okay.
How are you with tickets? Are you on top of that shit?
Yeah, I kind of like test my fate a lot. Like today, I knew the meter was out, and I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna get a ticket.
You just fucking
and then I don't get a ticket.
Well, it's Sunday, so you wouldn't.
No, the meter's turned on at 11.
Really? In West Hollywood. Those fucking
I was at
man,
Cahuenga. I went to the Y, and then I decided to go to the market.
Oh, yeah.
So I find I probably get like one ticket a year, if that.
Yeah.
When I show up to my car, it's always a surprise. Oh, no. But when I realize halfway through what I'm doing that I could get a ticket, I go, I'm not going to.
There's nothing I can do. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I don't.
Yeah.
So I'm not too bad with tickets.
Yeah, that's the whole game. So I think what you give up when you're riding a bike around versus the car thing is car you got to deal with tickets. Bike is my two things. Is my bike gonna be stolen? Because I've had that happen.
Yeah, man, me too.
And when it's just gone, you're just like, fuck, that was and then the other is getting flat tires, and you're just like not like. I've had it to where I've had to walk like 4 miles home because it was 2 a.m. and I got a flat tire. I was like, fuck, there's just nothing I can do right now.
Oh my God.
I'll just walk it home.
I haven't had that. I'm always scared I was always scared that when the tire popped, you'd fall off your bike.
No, because usually it's that would be a pretty dramatic pop. Usually something hits it and it slowly goes flat, and so you start to feel it. But even when it does happen crazy like that, you wouldn't fall. You'd have to be going really fast for it to fuck you up.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was I gonna ask you? Okay, never mind. You ask questions. I had something I was gonna ask.
Goddamn show.
All right. I know.
No, you can ask any questions you want. So, that brings us to the other thing. Falling off the bike, though, accidents. Have you had any?
Oh my God, you're gonna jinx me. Is this wood?
That is cubic zirconium.
I haven't had any. No, that's such a fucking lie. I have a scar on my arm.
Oh, yeah?
But this was... Oh, that was my question, but I'll ask it later. This... it was a bike accident from me being wasted, standing there, and then...
Just standing with bike?
my bike. And
you did the fall over?
I did, yeah. I was just holding my bike, and then I did just standing there, lost control, fell over, and the rubber handle went deep into my skin and split my skin in half.
Do you have the skin of an old woman?
I don't know. It was so weird. And the worst was I was hooking up with this Australian guy who I wasn't that into. It was just one of those low times when you're like, I guess I'll settle.
Yeah, you take one of those trash people.
And then he came to the hospital with me.
I really don't care for them. Yeah.
You do? I love Australians.
No, I don't like that place.
I feel like guys don't like Australians as much because they're a bit threatened by...
No, I think they are the white trash of the world.
Even the women?
Oh, have you ever heard their accent?
I was with one today. I like their accent.
Sarah?
No.
I was don't get me started. No, Sarah's great.
Because you guys you're American. I'm Canadian. I'm a bit more like,
that's right.
You know, I'm a bit more accepting of other national,
That's cute. No, it's just I they're all we're exotic, and you're like, no, you're not, man. Most of what you do, they have very white trash people of their own. They're not that progressive or anything. They're kind of stupid, and that's I like New Zealanders. I like New Zealanders much better.
Yeah, they're witty.
Yeah.
Well, listen. This guy came to the hospital with me, and he sat there till 5 a.m. waiting for me, and then
because he's stupid.
That was really stupid.
Yeah, how well did he know
awful. We had had sex once, and then I didn't have sex with him
ever again.
Ever again.
You made him wait. And
I got wasted. You know when you get that wasted with someone that you probably don't like them. You know, you're like, I need to make this work by getting so wasted that I split my arm in half with rubber.
I don't know if that's a guy-girl thing, but I don't.
True. Probably a girl thing.
Because I've never, most of the time when hooking up with someone, as a guy, you're like, I got to keep my wits about me.
Okay.
There have been a couple times where I go, this is happening no matter what, and I guess, I don't need to remember or something.
Yeah. But it's true. You guys got to be able to get hard still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That and usually get home and stuff like that.
That's what you're worried about, getting home?
To have the sex.
Oh.
If you're going to hook up, you have to be because otherwise there's I think girls just go, he'll give it there.
Right. That's okay. That's fair.
We're the ones that are getting you there.
That's fair. That's true. Do That was my question.
Yeah.
That was my only accident, really.
Mm-hmm.
Do you... Actually, no, I got one more. But it wasn't that bad. Like I hit a pothole and then I flipped over. But I was okay.
Yeah, had you come up feet first or what?
I don't even know. That was another
Hit your head, yeah.
I didn't hit my head. I didn't flip, but like I hit the pothole and I went like chest first over the handle. But then I like caught myself.
Caught yourself with your hands, yeah. I've done that.
Yeah. And it was in a storm. That was another resentful moment.
In a storm?
Yeah.
Here in LA?
No, that was in Toronto.
Oh, okay.
And that was another resentful moment when my boyfriend did have a car and I asked him to pick me up because it was a storm. And he said, no, just bike, you'll be fine. And then I hit a pothole, flipped over my bike.
You showed him.
I did it on purpose.
Yeah. Like, I'm aiming right for this.
Yeah.
You're going to be at fault, Brandon.
Do you bike drunk?
Who are you, the cops?
Sometimes I'll be like, I'm not gonna drive because I'm gonna drink, so I'll bike.
Yeah, I do all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm never too bad. And like I said, I stick to the sidewalks and stuff. Like, but yes, of course.
Yeah. Like I'll choose to bike and not drive because I'm drinking. I know you're not supposed to. But
and
then
even when I do, and here's the other thing, I don't mind that it might take me forever riding on the sidewalks to get home because I'm drunk, and I just go doop doo doo. Don't be an idiot. Stay right here.
Yeah. That's good. I still bike on the road, but I'm drunk. I probably shouldn't.
Don't do that. There's it's unnecessary in LA. If you're in New York, you can't do that. There's too many people. You're an asshole for riding on the sidewalk. In LA, nobody cares. Everybody's an asshole anyway. And so you can just do shit like that.
Did you put these on here? The bike stickers?
No, that's the logo for the I never noticed that though. That is great though. Yeah, I'm glad I'm the flagship podcast of the Unfunny Network.
There you go.
Okay. That was one thing I was going to ask. I think it's another new question that's going to be added to the show. We're adding bits. This is just the second episode.
And I'm adding bits.
Yeah. These they're not out yet, but you will see them. We're just kind of stocking up a few. I think beginning of October we'll start putting them out weekly, but I think crashes is one segment we're going to do. I've had a concussion.
Whoa, from biking?
I hit my head. Yeah, it's the only time I've really had a hard fall. A couple of other times just fell over, like right across from the Comedy Store.
Yeah.
Going into the Standard, their lip for the driveway going in is really high, and when you're coming at it like not straight on, but like just trying to like merge like that, your tire can get stuck and not go up and just slide out. And so I did that one time and just like bike went down. I put my arms out and it's super smooth cement there, and I just like slid to a stop in front of people waiting on the steps.
No.
And I was like, okay, I'm okay. But no, I got hit when I was like 19 in Portland, Maine, and this is where I learned like how to ride is never assume anybody sees you and never assume you have the right of way.
Yeah.
Because if you assume and you're wrong, you always lose every single time.
Yeah.
And I thought somebody was pulling off into a parking spot, but they were pulling to do a U-turn, and so I went around them this way, and they turned and clipped my back tire, and I went up, over, slid on my back, nailed my head, didn't have a helmet or a shirt on.
What?
And and then got up and went to work. And then at work, had them bring me to the hospital because I was like sitting there. I was like, guys, I don't think I'm good. I was like, shit's getting blurry and coming back.
The back of your head. Oh my God!
Yeah.
Why were you wearing a helmet? Because you want to be a hot guy? Clearly, you had your shirt off.
I don't know. I was dumb when I was that age. Like I was a fucking dude who did that. I don't know, when I go periodically wearing helmets and not wearing helmets.
That's not. You can't be like, I periodically go wearing a condom. Not like it's your head.
Hey, that's also worked for me. So
yeah,
far.
but. That's less. You can have an abortion. You can't get a new brain.
Where are we at time wise? We got a time. Okay, cool. Because I wanted to know. This was the other question I want to ask was, have you ever ridden a bike to have sex? Have you ever been like, yeah, I'll see you there, and then thought like, I gotta fucking ride my bike there?
Hold on, let me think. I'm sure I did. Ridden my bike to have sex. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
Is that bad?
No, not at all. But it's an interesting thing because, like, I've done it. Like, when I first met my wife in Boston, we lived about a mile down the street, and I would go back and forth to her house all the time. So there's definitely times when that would happen. But especially in LA, it's just, I don't know. This dude, luckily I'm married and I live with her, and so I can just come home and take a shower. But like, if you're like going to hook up with somebody on the other side of town and being like, it's 95 degrees out and I got to fucking ride a bike over there.
Yeah,
it's going to throw your game off a little bit. You're going to have to
true.
think about this shit.
Yeah, and the seat, like, I'm not going to get into too much detail. I don't know if your wife told you, but like the seat for a vagina, not good.
Really?
Yes.
No, you know what my wife did tell me?
What?
She was like, are you going to have guests on? I was like, yeah, here and there I'll have guests on. And she's like, who are you going to have on? And named like 2 people. And she's like, are you going to have any women or anybody else on? And I was like, you're right. I should do that. It's 2019.
Yep.
I should diversify. So I started diverse with a woman. I'll have you know, internet.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank you.
Like
that's on behalf of all women, right? Congratulations.
Yeah. Wow, I did it. I broke the seal. Women ride bikes.
It was an all-male show prior to this. Our first episode was
I've
just
never
me
heard
and
of an
Nolan.
all-male show before.
Oh, really? They're
No.
on TV.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Female the bikes. My boyfriend
yes,
had to get
please
me
educate us.
You really want to know?
Yeah, absolutely.
So the bike seats like are prone to yeast infections.
Really?
Yes.
Because of non-cleaning, overuse?
No. It's not
causing
like
of squishing?
It's not like the seat. It's just like your balls sweating.
I really know exactly what a yeast infection is.
Well, it's just like I don't really know what it is either, but it's basically
it's like a fungal infection or something, right?
Yeah, that makes it sound way worse. It's just like a itchy and scratchy show, you know?
Yeah.
But it's also caused because my doctor was the one that told me, and she was like, if you ride your bike all the time, you gotta like wipe that shit because you're on this like small seat.
Yeah.
And we're wearing girls wear tight jeans, nothing's breathable, all that kind of stuff. And she was like, you can get like infections.
And so it is from probably sweating too much on the seat.
Yeah, sweating too much on the seat. And then your tight clothes.
They say for men it can cause like professional bikers. Well, there was fucking Armstrong had the nut thing. You got to wonder how much a bike had to do with that.
Yeah.
But no, they say it can cause infertility with like squeezing of the tube that the dudes shoot out of.
Where do your balls sit on the seat?
In front.
In front.
Yeah.
Like in front of the pokey.
Yeah, they're up higher. You're surprising. It's you're hard on your taint for a dude. On your taint and your butthole. See,
so my boyfriend got me a special seat for women.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it's not it has like a hole in it. It's
does.
like vagina meets vagina.
Oh, really?
It's
Is it called the scissor or something?
It's called a pea tickler, and it's really good.
Is that really what it's called?
No. But branding right there.
I think I've seen those before. I didn't realize that's what it was.
Next time I see you, I'll show you.
The fucking airflow for your vagina seat.
Yeah.
So you've really educated me, and I'm sure Mike as well.
That's why you have to have women on your show.
I definitely have hardcore, like sometimes just raw, like my fucking ass hurts. Like when I do like too many days, like I've done times where one day I go to the Comedy Store and back on a Monday, and then on Tuesday I go to the Improv, and then I'm like, fuck it, and I go to West Side. And I'll bike to the Expo line on like Venice and La Brea. But that's still like 6 miles from the Improv or something. And then take the Expo line all the way into Santa Monica.
Wow.
And then by Wednesday, I'm like, oh, man, my fucking ass hurts.
So do you have a skinny seat?
No, it's like moderate size. Like I've gone skinnier. I don't go wide. Wide doesn't help. The more that's rubbing, the more is gonna chafe.
Oh.
So the idea of like a wider seat is just a bigger area to rub
Chafe
against
you.
and chafe. It's better
Got
to
you.
just sit on as little as you can sit on and be comfortable.
Not for me. I don't like it too big, but
Yeah.
yeah. Wow. I haven't had I think it's because I got that $1 million seat. My ass doesn't hurt.
That's it. Yeah.
I also have like an ass. Like I have padding. I haven't looked at your butt before, but I
have a fabulous ass. One, I bike all the time.
But do you have like I have padding? Like do you?
Yeah.
All right. Well, then I don't have an answer for you.
No, I'm a wild specimen when if I wanted to transition, I could get a job as a porn star right away. Like, I'm a great ass, and if I became a female, I think they would be like, load that up.
Really?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. All right.
I'm not kidding. Like I'm not bragging.
With
but
that
it's a
kind of
thing.
confidence, I don't think you could become a female.
I love that you said that. That's great. I would have said that. If I was funny enough. What did you grow up? How'd you grow up biking in Toronto? Did you grow up in the city?
I grew up in the city, but I didn't bike.
What's
in
it
high
like?
school.
Elevation wise in Toronto, is it a flat city, hilly city?
It's pretty flat.
Yeah.
It's pretty flat. But so I grew up in the beaches, and the thing about the beaches is
where are the beaches? What lake?
The beaches, like
Michigan? Ontario.
Yeah. The beaches is an area, and it is when you're at the top of the hill, it's flat. Like it's a hill. There's one main hill.
Yeah.
So there's Queen Street, which would be like Melrose, let's say.
Is it all like on a hill up from the lake?
No. There's like. Okay, picture it this way. If we're going to talk, you're familiar with West Hollywood, right?
Yes.
Okay, it would basically be like if Melrose was where the beach is, and then Santa Monica would be Queen Street, our main street.
Yeah.
So that's the distance between the beach and the main street.
Okay.
And then from Santa Monica to Sunset would be a steep hill. So I lived on the top of a hill.
Okay.
And the public transit system either went... It kind of forked, and so I didn't.
What are you talking? Trains, buses,
streetcar.
Streetcars.
We have streetcars,
like that's our above ground one. Yeah.
Yeah. So I didn't bike in high school or anything like that. I rollerbladed.
Nice.
Yeah. I didn't bike, and then in
how
university,
much were you influenced by the movie Brink and also what was it, Airborne?
Not at all.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Really?
I wasn't like, oh, yo, this is cool. I was like, nobody will do this. You're all stupid, and I can get places faster.
Oh, really? For you, it was like just utilitarian. You're like, I found a way to get around.
Yeah.
Wow. And you just took the hit.
I took the hit. I did. Yeah. It was kind of, that was like the first.
But why no bike? Why rollerblade, no bike?
I don't know why I didn't bike. I had a bike, but I just didn't know.
Because rollerblading honestly isn't that much faster.
No, it's not. I think it's because.
You could have picked up jogging.
No, you can go fast on rollerblades. I think I didn't know how to bike
until you hit a hill.
well.
Then it's like
That's
so much.
True.
Then
That's
you're
true.
just lugging boots up a hill on your feet.
So true. You did do that. I think it was because biking, I felt like I still had to bike on the road. Toronto's very strict. You have to bike on the road. If you bike on the sidewalk, you do get tickets. Like legit. Here they're like, you'll get a ticket. You don't.
Yeah.
But there you do. So I didn't. Yeah, I just rollerbladed.
And what are we talking ticket prices there? Like loony, toony?
I forget.
What is it?
No, it's like $80.
Really?
Yeah, it's expensive.
They're like, we take it serious up here,
Yeah.
okay? Stay off the sidewalks.
Stay off the sidewalks.
You got to be on the streets now. You all know that.
It's not our accent, but like kind
Oh, no, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
So then college, university is what I say, and I'm trying to fit in.
Yeah.
University, I
think here we would call it a community college.
Yeah, and I don't want you guys to think I went to a community college. I went to university, okay?
Of Phoenix online.
No.
My Do last they have scam colleges like that in Canada?
Yeah, well, we have the DeVry commercials. I think we have DeVry up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It gets you.
We have community colleges, yeah.
Are they all, there's private colleges in Canada?
Are
you
there
communist?
Are not.
That's what I want to know.
We don't even know what that is. We're just so isolated over there.
No, there's no private colleges? Are they all state?
Yes.
Oh, no shit.
as I'm saying that, I'm like, maybe I'm missing one. But I think there aren't any. No.
Yeah.
No, there aren't any private colleges. No.
Like, well, I mean, like,
I know what you mean.
Harvard's a private school.
Yeah, and no, we don't have that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Neat.
Yeah. But I did remember I actually got in the worst like bike accident was in
college?
In college. I
Drunk
was
again?
borrowing. Yes, I was borrowing my friend's bike.
So you were what?
borrowing.
There you go.
I was borrowing my friend's bike.
I took it.
I took your
I'm
bike.
taking your bike.
And I parked it outside.
I'm burying it.
I'm borrowing it. Bye.
What is it? Burying?
Borrow.
Borrow. Borrowing.
Borrow. How do you guys say it?
Borrow.
Borrow.
Yeah. But I'm weird too. I'm fucking from Maine. I like, if I would get lazy with my accent, I can have, like, when I talk to my friend from Maine, I'm like, hey buddy, what's going on? Oh yeah, you up at your parents' place last weekend? You see Tim up there? You tell Tim say hi.
You got that lazy tongue.
Yeah, I can get like that if I want, and like everybody I grew up with talks like that.
It's just because you guys drink beers all the time.
There's that, and yeah, and it's just cold. You can't move your mouth that much. You just want to keep it tight and just keep it right in here. Oh yeah, yeah. You boys go up there and help your grandfather stack the wood. That's what they would say to me growing up.
Okay.
So like I feel like the way I talk is natural how I talk, but it's like influenced by that. Like I can go into that, and that might affect some of my. So I might not say it right either, but definitely
borrow. How do you say
borrow
it?
Is wrong.
Say it? Borrow.
Borrow. Yeah.
That sounds nice. Borrow. Yeah. You and borrow.
Anyways, you borrowed a bike. You're about to crash it.
I borrowed a bike. No. So what happened was it was sitting outside of where I was living at the time, and I came home and it was dissembled, and like the wheel was missing.
Great word choice, dissembled.
Did I say that right?
Yeah. Sometimes no, it's true. I would have said taking a pat.
And I freaked out. I thought the wheel was missing. I was like, oh my God. So I ran upstairs to my roommate, and I was living with guys, and we were in an apartment where there was a front door, and for some reason there was a door that was off of its hinge. Okay. For some reason we never put it back on.
This is college. It sounds like college. Yeah.
And so I was freaking out because it wasn't my bike. It was like $1,000.
But are all the pieces still there?
I
Someone
didn't see them.
Someone just took it apart on you?
No, I just saw the front wheel was missing. I was freaking out. And so I was, oh my God, because it was so much money. And I ran into the apartment, but the door that was unhinged had fallen and blocked the front door. And I ran directly into the front door and split my eyebrow in half. And then I walked into the room, and it was like 4 of my guy friends sitting there, and I was like, someone took the bike, crying. And they said that I just had like blood dripping down my face, and they were like, holy shit. So I had to go get stitches. Turns out, okay, this happened in 2008.
First off, you started this as a bike accident. This is not a bike accident. It is bike related for sure. For sure. I'll allow it. I will allow it.
It's a bike.
How many stitches?
I got 5 stitches.
5, nice, in the eyebrow.
In the eyebrow. My eyebrow won't grow back normally.
No, I got a split right here too.
From biking?
No, this was a handrail of a deck. In a snowball fight. And then up top here, I had another 8 stitches that was from a trampoline. A little hook of a trampoline tore it open.
You're that annoying kid you're the reason why parents are like, don't have snowball fights and don't go on the trampoline.
I definitely caused a lot of things in public spaces to stop.
That's annoying.
Yeah, that's the reason we have the baby generation now. Is a lot of it is because of stories of me.
Oh.
I've poured out blood in groups of public people several times where people go, oh no! Like one time at LL Bean, split open right here when I was 2. My brother jumped on my back and I slammed it off the bottom of the railing overlooking the little trout pond.
Oh my God.
And everybody freaked out. LL Bean, like, LL Bean has like fucking black ops. Like they whisked me out the back of the place. They had secret security, like just dudes with plaid shirts. All of a sudden they work there now, but they're like secret shopper guys. And then they were like, we have a situation. Boom, come alive. They picked us up. Our whole family We didn't pay a dime of it. They were like, don't sue us, don't sue us, don't sue us.
Oh my God, you should have sued them.
I was 2. I didn't really have much of a say in the matter.
Yeah.
But sorry, you were going to say something else about that.
The only point is that, so that happened, and then, so that was in 2008, and last year.
Yeah.
10 years later.
The 10-year, never forget.
Yeah, never forget.
It was on September 11th?
Yeah, it was on September 11th. Yeah.
This was Canada's 9/11.
This was,
What would you say is Canada's 9/11?
9/11. We don't have a 9/11. Like, nothing can beat 9/11.
You're going to take ours?
Yes.
What about the time you killed all the Native Americans?
That's not a important towers falling. It's not like we made the totem poles fall.
In Canada. Anyways,
the point is...
Go on.
I then found out that it was my guy friends that disassembled the bike.
They did it too. Oh, they must have been so... They waited 10 years to tell you.
10 years!
They had no idea. As soon as they saw you split their head, they were like, we went too far.
And then yes.
They all looked at each other and go, we can never tell.
Yes.
We all agree we never tell? Correct. Okay, let's go help her.
And the way that they told me was like they had thought that they had eventually told me. Like one of them thought that someone else told me, and they're like, oh yeah, when we disassembled your bike. And I was like, what? And they're like, what?
Hot diggity.
So
that is excellent.
I
wouldn't say shit. I wouldn't. Nobody cops up to that. Unless one person really led the charge.
I know, which Tori fucking Kohara led the charge, but
Tori.
He's a little shit. He's a shit. So yeah. Anyways, I just remember that I had to tell that biking story.
Yeah.
Because it's scary when your bike gets stolen.
It sucks. Fucking sucks. Yeah. It feels violated. I rode my bike to my now wife, then girlfriend's place, to have sex and loving hangout time or whatever.
You really like dropping bombs that you guys have sex.
We do it really a lot.
Saying that a lot.
No, this is back in Boston, and my bike got stolen that night, and it's violating. It's violating the next day.
Did you find it?
No. There was little rascals around there, kids, like little gangs of kids. I don't want to be that, but immigrants. And no, they weren't there. But there's just like rough parts that like they allow
immigrants to live.
No, it's not even immigrants. It's just poor people.
Ew.
Yeah. Yeah. And when they're around rich people, they take advantage.
Oh. Oh no.
No. I'm not saying they take advantage of me. I'm saying like they take advantage of the situation. Yeah.
Mine got stolen in New York. By.
Did you live in New York?
I did, and I biked in New York.
You biked in. Okay, this is what I want to know.
Okay.
New York versus L.A. New York's better, right? Easier but crazier.
Yes, easier but crazier. Like a cab hit me in the back of my wheel, and I got off.
But where was this when I asked for the crash stories?
It wasn't a proper hit. It was like I was sitting here, and he just didn't want to slow. He didn't want to like.
He tried to nudge you.
Yeah, he nudged me. So I fucking threw my bike down. I got off, and I got in his window because in New York, like I was so angry there. I still am, but like I was ready. I was like, "You want to fucking go?"
Yeah.
And I like gave it to him. But it's crazier. People you bike through them, but I biked all year long.
Yeah.
And then it got stolen. And then a week before I moved to LA, I found it. Yeah.
Locked up somewhere else? Somebody just had it? Usually it gets chopped up.
Domino's delivery. And that day I was going to... That's not the theme song for them, but...
That's not their...
It's not. But close.
Did it have a delivery thing like hooked to it now?
It did. No, wait. What did it have? It had one of those things on top.
To carry pizzas in front. Yeah.
They had redone the sides, but get this. So I decided not to take.
Happier.
It had been used and abused, and this was a Norco. It's a Canadian brand, and I cried when this was.
We get it. You're Canadian.
Okay, you have sex and I'm Canadian. Now we know a lot about each other. Whoop-de-doo. But it says something. So I saw it. I was supposed to take a cab. I decided to take the subway. I walked by it. I was moving here. I cried when that thing was gone. I was like, oh my God. You feel so violated. It's like people saw me naked or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's my fucking bike. And I knew because it's a Norco, A. 2, it has a sticker on it that...
They didn't even fucking peel the sticker off?
They didn't take the sticker off from where I bought it. So I went inside. I was like, that's my fucking bike. And then I saw this like little... I went, whose bike is that? And then they were like, oh, it's his. And I was like, that's my fucking bike. And the little guy went to the back and I like followed into the back. I was like, that's my fucking bike. That's my fucking bike. And then, and then I was like, I'm calling the cops. So then the cops came and they were like, we can't give you the bike because... technically you paid for it and he paid for it and you need proof of payment. I was like, I bought that fucking bike 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And then I said, fine, I'll call the store. So I called the store. I bought the bike.
I bet they still had it.
They did.
Dude, bikers are fucking
the guy who
crazy
picked
when
up
it comes
the
to
phone.
shit like that.
I was like, he goes, well, what's your name? I said, Nicole Smith. And he's like, Nicole Smith? It's Matt Morris. We went to high school together. And I was like...
And you're like, I did not want to talk to this guy.
Yeah. I was like, can you just give me... How you doing? What are you doing in New York? I'm like, I'm with the cops. I need my bike. And I got it back. But then...
He's like, this is the day, guys. This is why we save the files. Hey, everybody, heads up. Quick meeting in the bike shop. These are the reasons we save the files.
100%. Oh my God. And then it got stolen out of my garage in West Hollywood. I keep an eye out for it. I really do.
Hey, Nikki, this is Matt. If you find it again, I want you to know we still have the file here at Toronto Bike and Fitness.
It's a very generic name.
We are government owned.
Bike and Fitness.
We are. It is Department of Transportation. We are a partner of the Toronto Department of Transportation. Have you ever your favorite city to bike in? So you done New York, Toronto, LA, any others?
You know, I actually biked in Portland recently.
Oregon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved
it's not bad.
it.
There's a couple great trails too that go like all along the river there. And there's one that like follows the railroad tracks all the way from the river that's like the line with Washington down into downtown that I've taken a bunch. Yeah.
I haven't done that, but yeah, I liked it. I liked it a lot. I'd say Toronto still, but that's just because I know the areas. But Portland I really did enjoy. Yeah.
I liked...
what do you like?
I liked Portland. Seattle was actually the best as far as how the bike lanes were set up, how many they had, and clear ways of being like, look, if you want to go to this side of town, you could follow these roads, but here's a clear map of the bike lane that will take you over there, and it just means going over 2 more streets and then taking this protected bike lane. And you wouldn't have known it if you didn't see the sign that says, like, bike route to go west, go up here 3 more blocks and then go over this way.
Yeah.
And they have protected 2-way bike lanes all downtown.
I love that.
Even at the fucking stoplights, they have these bars with these little footpads that you can reach sitting on your bike and not having to get off. So you go up, grab the bar, and put your foot on the bike and sit there and wait for the light to change and then push off and fucking start pedaling again.
Have you biked in New York?
I've never biked in New York.
It's like that too. I take it back. Toronto sucks. New York is where it's at. They have the private bike lanes too. Yeah. Like full on road.
But they don't do it on every street. But if you just know, I think it's something like 7th or something has one up and down it. And then maybe like Broadway or something. I've always noticed it there, but I've just never needed to bike there.
The lights, when you have your own light, that's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like it there a lot.
What do you do lights wise? Do you adhere to the light? I don't. I'm a fucking adult. I can look and also the consequence is on me.
It's true.
I'm the one who's gonna get killed.
I slow down and I look.
Yeah.
If it's on a slower street that has whatever, you get what I abide to them. However, if no one's coming, I'm fucking going.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. How are you with stop signs?
Oh, I just go right through them most of the time, especially in West Hollywood. All the cars stop, and I just go. I don't even fucking stop. I can tell if somebody's going to go. If somebody looks like they're going to go and I would time up, I'll stop. But for the most part, people are pussies. That's the one thing. On all the side streets between Melrose and fucking, like, Sunset.
Willoughby?
like if I'm going over to the Improv, I'll go down that a little ways, or go down Romaine a little ways, and then down to Willoughby a little ways, and all those people are pussies on those stop signs.
I don't know. I almost got hit a couple times. People running stop signs.
Oh, really?
In that area, yeah. And that's where my boyfriend does get mad at me because he'll be like, "You're fucking wild. Like, why don't you stop?" But I was like, "I slowed down."
Yeah, I love that. You just like. Coasting along at 10 miles an hour. You're like, fucking crazy. Nikki, you're out of your mind.
I get going, okay? I have good oomph. But it is dangerous. Be careful because I have been almost...
Yeah.
Have you been clipped?
No. I will never get hit again.
Really?
Yeah.
But what about when you're... Oh, yeah, because you take the sidewalk.
The only way I'll get hit is like going to the Comedy Store on a Monday at 4 p.m. and somehow somebody just cleans me out from behind.
Right.
And when there's nothing you can do. And to clean me out, they would have to like smash into the car on the other side of me.
But like, that's what you're talking about when you're on the road?
Yeah. Because usually that time of day, I'm going faster than traffic at like 4 p.m. going down Sunset. So I'm like at every light just passing all the cars. But then there's occasional spots where I go through the light first, or like because I can tell it's about to change, and so I go, and then those first cars take off and fly up. Pass. Usually you're okay because you've been right at the light with them. They see you. They saw you go before. And I'm sticking still way to the side in what should be the bike lane. But if one of those people just took off and slammed into the parked car that I was riding in front of at the time, there's nothing I can do about that.
But they sometimes get close to the parked car, and I'm like, what the fuck?
You get breezed with death so constantly around here where you just go, thank God I didn't adjust my nuts right now. Yeah. Because if I had like a fucking mirror would just be like, boom. And it's like those things of the people are assholes. You know they see you, but they are just like getting so fucking close.
Here's my question.
Yeah.
Here's a new bit. I don't know if you do this one, but
we call them skits.
Skits. Okay. Yeah. Skits?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're different.
Okay. So when you're biking on the sidewalk, and if you're coming up to a driveway of an establishment. So I'm right by Earth Bar, okay?
Yeah.
And I'm biking along the sidewalk, and I know that people are going to come out of there and not look for me.
Yeah.
I fucking lose it.
Oh, like, really?
Do you stop and look, or do you keep going? Because that's when people almost hit me, is when they're coming out of driveways from restaurants or whatever it is, or...
Depends.
Kind of
I'll go wide. I'll like pull out to the very edge of the sidewalk to see. I'll definitely slow down. If it's places like there's that place that's that fucking hookah bar on Sunset.
Yeah.
That one has its own light too, and people waiting for the light will pull straight into the sidewalk, and so you gotta always kind of watch out for that.
Because we go faster than pedestrians, and so cars think or even when it's just an intersection, and cars think that pedestrians aren't coming, so then they go to turn, and then I come up, and
that's
when
I spit on people. I spit on cars a lot.
Have you ever hit a car?
No, I just spit on it. It's just for me. I try to get the best fucking loogies.
Oh.
They rarely know. A couple times people have seen it and been very upset at me. But no, mostly they don't see it. I do it to double parkers too. When people just sitting there with their four-ways on. Yeah, I spit on their cars. I encourage every biker to do it. It's our little thing. You can do it right on their back windshield. They rarely ever see it. And the cleaner the car, the more gratifying it is.
See, I get
no damage.
I find a window and then I scare them. So like there was a guy.
You're gonna get shot.
No.
Yeah, you are.
No.
Yes. I said fuck you to a woman one time in Echo Park, and then a little ways up the hill, her giant, and I'm not just gonna say it because he was, but her giant black boyfriend. I just bring it up because it's scarier.
Yeah.
But he was. Never mind.
No, I want to hear.
No, I just want to cancel what I just said in case I'm up for Saturday Night Live sometime.
You can't say big black boyfriend. We're white. We're
right. No, but I was saying because he was black, it was scarier for me.
Oh. Well, he's definitely stronger than you.
That's right. Yeah,
like
right.
you.
Oh, dude, he was fucking jacked, but he
Black
came up
and
he goes like, "What the fuck did you say?" He goes, "Hey, you fucking said." He goes, "You fucking said, fuck you." And I go, and then I just explained my case. I was like, "All right, ladies and gentlemen, the jury." I was like, "Yeah, I did because she had parked and opened the door a little bit into the bike lane, and I said, 'Hey, wait!' right as I was coming up, and then she just looked at me and opened it all the way and got up and stood out." And I swerved and luckily like had to go in traffic, but was in between cars and didn't get hit by a car. And I said, fuck you, as I went by. And then they caught up to me like a mile down the street. And I said all that to him. I was like, yeah, she looked right at me and just opened the door and stepped out. And you could see her on the other side kind of be like, I did do that. And that way, like, I get why you would be upset by that. Like, I won her over in how I explained it. I feel like she didn't see that at the time.
Yeah.
But she was like, yeah, I would be upset about that. And then he was just like, looked at me and he just goes, so I'll fucking fire you up. And then she was like, let's go.
Oh, so he didn't have a gun.
No, his mom took him off and stuff.
Oh.
And by mom, I mean girlfriend or whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm saying if that guy had a gun, like the people will flip out here.
It's
and
true.
People do have guns here. That's why New York is better. Not a lot of people have guns there.
Yeah.
As compared to here, or are willing to lose it with their gun because you can get in big trouble for having guns there compared to here.
Well, this is the thing. Like the other day when I was biking and a guy.
Canada, you must be able to do whatever you want. Nobody has fucking guns.
People have guns there.
Not like that guns, though.
No, it's true.
Yeah.
I think I'm naive and I don't think
Nobody's
you guys
carrying
have
around
guns.
handguns there. They could do.
Yeah, I didn't even
use,
think
like,
you guys are
slingshots.
here. It's just terrifying.
Yeah.
But there was a guy. It's when it's a fucking nice car too. A fucking a little Tesla is in his Tesla, and he pulled out, and then he pulled out into where I needed to go, and then just sat there. He was almost on the road, but then sat there on his phone, just texting head down as he was pulling out, and his window was down. I went, lift your fucking head up. And then he went, and I went, yeah, you almost hit me. And then he was speechless. He was like stunned. And I love doing that.
Yeah. Do you feel like you truly improv the lines, or do you go like, what am I gonna fucking say to this guy, or you just start?
It comes from my gut.
Yeah, you just start yelling and it comes out.
Yeah, sometimes like weird shit, like really angry stuff comes out. One time I said something so angry, and I laughed after.
Ooh.
I forget what I said, but it was really aggressive.
Was it
that
like
the
a
woman.
hate speech?
Yeah, it was like not. I was like, what was that?
Yeah, I've never.
Plan it?
What's that?
Do you plan what you say?
What? I don't say a lot. I don't usually like a fuck you or something, or just say yep. Like just a shout out to
very passive aggressive.
Get people's attention a lot of times though. I don't know. I've done a push. I pushed a Asian guy straight in the chest.
What?
Because he was about to step out into the bike lane and looking on his phone and and I just went boom and just pushed him right back onto the sidewalk.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I've close encounters. It's mostly spitting on cars. I've never done property damage, although I've fantasized about it. I've fantasized about carrying something. I used to carry like a collapsible baton with me, and
what are you, a magician?
No, like a Rodney King one.
Oh, okay.
And I fantasize about hitting mirrors and shit, especially people who are like double parked and stuff, because the advantage they take over you. Cars is they go like you can't do damage to me.
Yeah.
But what you don't get is like if I were another car and you did to me what you like to a car, it would damage your car. You would have gotten in an accident.
Yeah.
So I think the responsible thing to do is like I bust a headlight because that's what would have happened if I were a car and you did that dumb shit that you just did to me. I'm gonna make you pay for it.
But you won't do it.
I'm not yet, but I'm so close. Some of these days, I am so fucking close to just wanting
I'm gonna live vicariously through
swipe the fucking mirror off. That's what I want to do. I want to take my U-lock and just hook their mirror right off and surprise the shit out of them.
Wouldn't that drag you back?
Not the way I swing. I'm fucking lightsabering that shit. Just right off there. Yeah.
Do people ever? My biggest thing. Studio's good. My biggest thing is when I'm in a speed and we're going uphill and I'm in a speed and then somebody turns and cuts me off and
by a speed do you mean gear?
Yeah, I guess I mean flow. When you're like please don't make me slow down.
Yeah.
Because like it's gonna be really hard.
Is this
to
one of
take
your?
off.
I like these personal bike terms.
Speed.
In your head, you call it you're in a speed.
Yeah, I'm in like my I'm in my speed.
Yeah.
I guess that's what I say to myself. Like
I have good rides where I get the flow thing.
Yeah, don't cut me off.
Sorry, you're.
Oh no, the car, not you.
Oh.
But you should be aware of cutting people off.
Is that 5 word? But go on with your.
You
story.
didn't cut me off. I was saying to the car, "Don't cut me off."
Yeah, because you're. Oh, I know. I hate that when you get all the fucking momentum taken out of you, especially if you know you have like a little hill coming up or something. Yeah. I mean, speaking of the momentum taken out of us, he just told us we have 5 minutes left. No.
What other?
No, that is a good place to wind it up because you got a show to get to. You have 2 shows to get to that are ridiculous.
Shows to get to.
What's the farthest you've gone on a bike in LA to have to do like a show or something? I go to the Ice House.
Yo, you're crazy.
I take the train, but
wow.
I will sometimes ride back. It's all downhill.
That's amazing.
Literally to Atwater Village. It's pretty much you can just coast and ride flats all downhill.
What train? The subway?
The Gold Line goes right up to Lake Street, like just up the street from. So I take the Red Line. I live right by the Red Line. Take that to Union Station, get on the Gold Line, and it goes right up like 2 blocks up from the Ice House.
Wow.
Yeah. That's the other thing people don't take advantage of enough is that you can bring your bike on the train.
It's heavy.
Yeah,
it's heavy to lift it.
You can also, it's like a weapon you can throw at some homeless dude that comes at you. It is weird. It's probably different and more terrifying for a woman too.
It is. It is. I will say that. I'm not like excited. And I'm also scared of earthquakes underground.
You're safer underground.
Really?
The vibration reverberates more, so like the top of a building is going to shake way more than right at the epicenter. It moves like that much.
No way.
And that it's like ripples in a pond goes out, and that's why. So you're actually safer underground. It shakes less and stays more stable than a building is like waving like this, and that's what like causes to be scary.
Crazy.
Yeah, Elon Musk. I learned it from him.
You made it sound like he invented that.
He invented earthquakes and the solution to them. Yes, he did. He's an evil genius, but he's the Lord we all need. And I think he would agree with riding bikes is better. We are better than other people. Don't you like that?
I do like that. But here's my one thing before we wrap up.
Yeah.
Now it's all like I see these kids on electric bikes, and I'm like, are people never going to know how to ride bikes again?
Ones, no, you if you're in a car and you see those people, feel free to kill them.
But you know what I'm saying? Like,
I
feel like people aren't going to know how to ride bikes anymore because they all have the electric.
People aren't going to know how to do anything.
Yeah,
we're 2 steps away from Wall-E. Like, we don't have to worry about those people.
Okay.
I saw somebody riding that with their legs crossed like this the other day. Like a queen was just like, and by queen I mean like gay man queen was just riding it like that, just like, and he had like a komodo. What are those called? Kimono, like flowing as you're riding. And I was like, I want you to fall. I want you to fall. And like you, like if your legs were ready and you were in the athletic position, you would have saved yourself. But because you were like this, you like I couldn't.
Yeah, you couldn't catch yourself.
I have no respect for the people that they take speed for granted.
Yeah. They don't know what it takes.
They don't know the personal power it takes to go that fast.
And they cut us off. Yeah.
Them and scooters can go fuck themselves.
It is a fun time, though.
I do like, though, that I think armies of drug dealers are using those bikes to deliver drugs around L.A.
Oh.
I think that's who uses them a lot.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, that's it for us.
Wow.
This is episode 2 of To Live and Bike in L.A. I'm Hannah and CV, your host, comedian Nikki Bon. Nikki, this is going to come out in probably like October. Do you have anything after that you want to plug or anything you do? Do you do anything?
Yeah, I do like some things. I have a podcast too, Getting to Know You.
There you
with
go.
Nicole Amy Schreiber. And what else do? I have a monthly show at Angel City Brewery. And that's all.
Cool.
You can follow me on Instagram, Nikki Bon.
That's where you post about all that shit?
Yeah, NIKKIBON.
BON. I always thought it was 2 N's for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but that's okay.
All right, that's it. And Mike Mazzalotti, our producer today. Producer Mike, a lot less chatty than Nolan. I like that. Nolan's getting a little big in his britches there.
If
we see him again, we might bring up these.
Nolan.
There's some grievances already. Yeah, 2 episodes in, we have grievances to air. He knows what he did. All right, we'll see you next time. Bye.
Sweet.